everybody, my name's Becky. I am Becky B Crafty here on YouTube and over on Instagram, and welcome to Flosstube number 8. I had to look down at my notes again because I always think I need to remember which number Flosstube it is and then I forget to look. So Flosstube number 8. This is just my little cozy nook of the internet, of YouTube, where I talk about my crafting, mainly cross-stitching, share my purchases, share what I've been working on, and share a few life updates, of which there is a rather big one today. So we'll start with that and get that out of the way. If you watch my last video, you will know that I had found out that I was having surgery on my hand, my right hand, for carpal tunnel syndrome and symptoms. I had a date booked for the 2nd of March, which is another couple of weeks. Then they rang me on Thursday this week. Sorry, I should have said it is Sunday the 8th of February currently. They rang me on Thursday this week and they had a cancellation. So I am now having my surgery tomorrow morning, Monday the 9th. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat this morning. So everything has been a bit rushed. My hair is a mess. I am in my nice comfy friends pyjamas because this is the last day I am going to have any opportunity to do any filming or anything like that, because in the morning, well, in the afternoon probably, I am having my hand operated on. Hopefully it will be, as my friend put it yesterday, short-term pain for long-term gain. So hopefully when this is done and it's all healed up and I've got full use of my hand back in a few months' time, I will be able to knit and crochet and things again, and I won't be having awful pins and needles and pain in my fingers and my thumb and my hand and wrist in general. So yeah, this is probably going to be my last video for a while because there is most likely going to be no stitching getting done, at least I would say over the next month. So I thought I would film today, show you all my haul, because I was at the Floss Friends retreat in Rotherham last weekend, so I've got a lot of haul. I bought a lot of stuff. Show you the few bits that I've been stitching on over the past couple of weeks, and then yeah, that'll probably be it from me for about a month or so. Yeah, social media is going to be quite quiet from me. I'll put a few updates on of my hand when it's all bandaged up, just to let you know I've had it done and it all went well. But yeah, the crafting front is going to be quite quiet over the next month or so. So you'll notice I am in a different place today. I needed somewhere big to spread out because I've got quite a lot of stash next to me here. So I am in our bedroom, so you can see all of my teddies and stuff on the shelf on the top of our bed. Apologies if you can see how dusty they are, but I'm going for surgery on my hand tomorrow. I'm not spending my last day off dusting. Not happening. So, got my notebook. Let's start that we normally do with Flosstubers that I've been watching. I actually haven't watched all of this video yet. I'm about halfway through it. That is Kayla and Lauren stitching with my Little. They've done their first actual Flosstube update of this year, and it is their 3-year Flosstube anniversary. So congratulations, Kayla and Lauren. If you don't normally watch Kayla and Lauren, or you've not heard of them before, go and watch their videos and give them some love. They are a mother and daughter stitching duo who film together. They can be a little bit chaotic sometimes, as mothers and daughters can be, but they are just so natural and so friendly and funny. They're amazing to watch. Apologies for that. Bit of a frog in my throat this morning. I've also been watching Kenny Stitches. He did an update for the first time in a while the other day. Always love watching Kenny's videos. He's an American cross stitcher. He did whip parades, I think. Don't think it was at the beginning of this year. I think he did them last year, and he's literally got hundreds of whips, and I mean they are big whips. He's got loads of like fancy ladies and samplers and things like that on the go. So go back and watch his current video, but then go back and watch his whip parades and things. I think he had to split it into sections over 3 videos. That's how many whips he's got. I've also been watching Lindy Stitches. She has been doing all the Nashville updates and showcasing everything that's going on the Lindy Stitches website, ready for pre-order for Nashville. I've also been watching, I know quite a few of you have been interested in my Toft and crochet makes that I've shown off before. There is Martin, who is Knit365 blog. All of these will be linked in the description box down below. He's actually doing 12 weeks of Toft. And normally when I'm in the spare bedroom, I'm pointing that way because it's that way, you can see all of my Toft dolls behind me. And Martin is having an effort over the 12 weeks of Toft that he's doing to try and see if he can get, I think he said 5 Toft dolls finished. So that's like 2 and a bit weeks per doll. So yeah, if you've enjoyed seeing my Toft doll makes and things before, definitely nip over to Martin's channel and give Martin some love as well. A couple of other shout outs as well. Stitching with Charlie, she did a video recently, and she's also was going to take part. She was messaging me on Instagram to say she'd got a bee themed project that she was going to take part in as part of my February, which unfortunately my February is now on hold. So I've done a little bit of one bee stitch, which will be coming up in my things that I've worked on, but yeah, my February is going to be on hold. Please keep going though. If anyone's joined in with February, where you are stitching a bee themed project during February, please keep going with it, and please keep tagging me in Instagram. Running Stitcher, who is my good friend Nicola, she started a bee themed project as well. So yeah, please keep that going, guys, even though me, the person that started it, is going to have to drop out now. Please keep it going so that while I'm recovering from my surgery, I can still keep seeing all of your beautiful bee themed projects. So, had I finished that last time? No, I hadn't. So in my last video, I was near the end of Halfway Happy by Heartstring Samplery. I actually got it finished. When did I film my last video? Oh no, I didn't put a date on. That's helpful. I actually finished it on the 28th of January. I don't have it here to show, so I will try and insert a picture here of what it looked like. I was really happy with it. I used all the called for colours, DMC, and I think it was Classic Colourworks as well. And I stitched it on, I can't remember, so I'm having a look back in my notebook to see if I can find it. I think nope, I haven't written it down. It was 36 count, which was the called for, but it wasn't the called for fabric, it was just the called for count. And I think it was a Zweigart, and I think it's something like soft grey or little dove or something like that. It looks a little bit cloudy. But the reason I don't have it is because I took it to the lovely Lisa of Atelier Framing at the Floss Friends retreat last weekend, and I have given it to her to frame. So it's the first thing I'm having professionally framed by Lisa. And if you were at the Floss Friends retreat and you saw it, you already know why I'm so excited about getting it back already. Without giving too much away, as you can see from the picture I've popped in, it's kind of like normal colours and browns for the forest at the top, and then the bottom where the upside down and the demogorgon is kind of like this petrol blue colour. Let's just say that my frame choice, I will say it's my choice, but it was all Lisa's suggestion, reflects those colours, and it's absolutely amazing. I have actually got a little sneak picture that I took to show my husband and my daughter and stuff before I gave it to her to take, but I'm not going to put that on because I want it to be a surprise when I get it back. And hopefully, hand dependent and recovery dependent, I will be getting it back from her at the Floss Friends retreat in April when I go. So yeah, that was a finish, and when I get to show it off next time, it will be a fully finish and frame. So I have also been working on, let me get everything out. I didn't undo zips and I didn't get everything out ready. My mind's, please just bear with me in this video. As you can imagine, my mind is in other places. So I have also been working on the Sugar Glider, which was the second pattern in Cottage Garden Samplings A Year in the Wood Part 2. Light looks really bad in here, but then I said that the light looked really bad last time, and then on the video it was absolutely fine. So I'm hoping it's going to be fine again. But yeah. If I can find a picture of where I was before and take a screenshot from one of my older videos, I'll pop it in here. of where it was before, but I don't know if I'll be able to find one. I will try my best. And, oh no, my needle's come off. I have got hanging thread because I'm part way through. I was working on it at the Floss Friends retreat last weekend. So let me move that out of the way. Here is where I've got up to. So before I'd done some of the branch, but not all of it, so I've managed to fill in the rest of this branch. This is the bottom here, and I've done a little bit of the body here, and then I've started the tail round here. Needle minder is from Laura at Cotton and Clay, llama needle minder, and this is stitched using the called for DMC's, hold on, let me check the pattern, DMC's Classic Colourworks and Weeks Dye Works, and it is on 40 count vintage country mocha. That is where I am up to so far. I love this bit here. I mean, I know I've not stitched it, but you can see the outline of his little claw, his little foot hanging onto the branch. So yeah, I made some good progress on that at the retreat last weekend, so I was really, really pleased with that. No stats for it because it's paper pattern. Just let me zip this up and close it up. And this is living in my Canny Little Fox home case, which is like this purple futuristic VR type case. So that was the second thing I worked on this month. Third thing I worked on this month, you'll see a theme here, another Canny Little Fox. This is the, I hope I've got this right way around. I think the big one's the home case and I think this one's the travel case. This is, let me get that one back, cover myself up a minute. You can see the size difference. So I think the home case is the bigger one and the travel case is the smaller one. It's got these beautiful butterflies and suns and moons and things on it. And I started this on the 1st of February at the Floss Friends retreat last weekend. And this is, where's that gone? There it is. Honey, but I've been calling it Honeybee by Mill Hill. It's a little ornament kit. So this was a new start at the Floss Friends retreat last weekend. Oh, I'm going to have to put something behind this, aren't I? Try and do it this way. And here is where I got to. No beads or anything on it yet, but I did manage to get all of the body and the wings done last Sunday at the retreat, and I started, I think, on the blue background, and then I've done a bit more of the blue background during the week. Oh yeah, that's not too bad. This is on my lovely magnetic frame that I got from Rachel at Talking Dog Stitchery. So yeah, that is where my honeybee is up to so far. I've joked about when I have my surgery, seeing if I can manage to stitch left-handed. I might give it a go, but I haven't decided yet. But apparently these magnetic frames do fit in a Lowery stand. So if I did try and stitch on anything left-handed, it would probably be something that was quite big and chunky, like a Mill Hill kit or like something on 14 count Ada that I can pop inside my Lowery stand and then I can try and stitch left-handed. No idea if that'll work out. We'll have to see how it goes. So the last thing that I've worked on, and this is something I need to talk about because, and again, another Canny Little Fox bag. This is the Be Gorgeous Girl. And then that pattern is on the back. This was the first of my Whip Go calls for February. I'm not going to be able to stitch again after today, and I haven't done any stitching for the last few days because I don't know if it's a psychosomatic thing that my body knows my hand is going to be operated on and it's going to be sorted out, but it's been really painful this week. I think it's probably because I've been cutting things out with scissors at work, which I probably shouldn't have been doing, especially not the big thick bits of cardboard box that I've been cutting out. So yeah, it's been quite sore this week. My thumb's been quite sore, so I've not done any stitching for the last few days. So with Whip Go, I have done some work on my first Whip Go call for this month, but what I am thinking is I'm going to leave this decision until later on in February when I know sort of how my hand is. Bear with 1 second, I've got something in my eye. I think it's literally just an eyelash, that's it. Sorry about that, I wasn't pausing, no point. yeah, I will make this decision further on in February, nearer March, when I know how I'm going with the recovery of my hand. But my two whip go calls for February were Cabinet of Curiosities, which I'm going to show you in a minute that I've done a little bit of work on, and the Fisher King by Long Dog Samplers. Now, what I was thinking about doing was swapping those two numbers out for for two of the numbers where I've got new starts, and then I can kind of bank those new starts to catch up later in the year, if you understand what I mean. So the Fisher King and Cabinet of Curiosities will move to two different numbers. So say maybe 16 and 21. I will swap those over. 16 and 21 will then be February's numbers, and they will both be new starts. Obviously, I won't be starting them in February, but I can bank them and start them later on in the year. So they will still count towards whip go, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. But I have done 648 stitches on Cabinet of Curiosities. Oh, I will pop a picture in of what it looked like before, because I did remember to take a picture before I started work on it. And it was on the frame, so it's a bit creased, but I've taken it off because, as I say, I'm not going to be doing any more work on it now, I don't think. And here is where it is now, and I have to hold it right back. So this is the middle column. I can hold it with one hand. This is the middle column here, which was already done. I'd got this bit up here done, and I just needed to finish this potion bottle here. Then I've done this cute little lizard skeleton who was on his little branch, and then I started the anatomy body doll up here. And I did some more of the shelf as well, because I'm trying to keep up with the shelving as I go. But I really love this one. This is a pattern by Cloudsfactory. It's stitched with all the code for DMC, and it is on 14 count black Ada. So yeah, I love this design. Let me show you a bit closer up to some of the shelves and some of the exhibits. It's just amazing. There's just something different on every shelf, and every shelf is like a little mini finish, so you get that sense of achievement and that little dopamine hit of having a little mini finish every time you finished a shelf. So yeah, I managed to do 648 stitches on that. I haven't written down my stats for how much I've actually done. I probably could work it out, but there's no point. I've done 648 stitches. I'm about 40 point something % through, I believe. So let me have a look on my phone, because I've got it in the Stitch Pal app on my phone. Where are we? I'm nearly I'm nearly at 50%. I'm 49%. I haven't got any points, 49 point something, because it's not actually Pattern Keeper that I'm looking at. It's just my Stitch Pal app where I note down how much I've done each day. I've done 6,217 stitches of 12,804, and I am nearly 50% there. So that is what I have worked on this month. Turn over my page. Right. Now let's get into the purchases and the table gifts and the D-stash and everything from the Floss Friends retreat last weekend. So, if you don't know, the Floss Friends retreat are run by Sammy, who is Little Loop Stitching. She was there with her little shop, and she has had a little bit of a rebrand and a redesign recently. So she's got loads and loads of lovely new things in her shop, loads of lovely new designs. So we'll start with Sammy's things. Everything is just in a massive pile here next to me. So I'm having to sift through this pile to find what I need. There we are. Just let me check what I bought from Sammy. Yep, that was it. So I bought this lovely yellow hoop because I thought that would be beautiful for displaying a bee project in. It's got her little loops branding at the bottom, and I think her husband, or her partner, sorry, 3D prints all these new bits and pieces. So we've got a lovely yellow hoop. I couldn't resist the little Sunflower Garden bee stickers that are hand drawn and designed by Sammy. They're gorgeous. And then I got a little pack of these beehive thread organisers in different colours. You can sort of, this little hoop at the top here, you can put it on a metal hoop, and then you can attach your threads to the little bee hexagons. So that was what I bought from Samage. Let me move them out of the way. Let's see, next, Michelle from Stitch Mania Stash loves it whenever I walk up to her stand because I always spend so much money at Michelle's stand, and I've got so many of Michelle's things. So first thing I bought, let me get this out because it's really big, is this beautiful big, and it's a lovely soft fabric. I wish you could feel it. It's so soft. This gorgeous massive bee bag. I love that because it got a couple of purple, beautiful purple flowers on it. And then we've got this lovely honeycomb fabric at the top. It's just got a zipper opening, and then it's just plain fabric inside, but it's lovely and soft and quilted. As I say, I wish you could feel how soft this was. It's beautiful. So that was from Michelle. No, they weren't from Michelle. Then Michelle, literally as soon as I saw her, pulled me over because she only had one set of these and she didn't want me to see someone else with it and be sad I missed out on it. So Michelle has recently started laser cutting onto wood. So got this beautiful little needle minder with this gorgeous little bee on it, and then a little matching wooden trinket pot. They're just gorgeous. And this pot is actually perfect size just for putting your oats and things in when you are at retreats. Then I love Michelle's little bags and thread beds and things. Let me undo the poppers. And she does these sets. So I got this one, which is this lovely purple and gold Japanesey fabric. That's just a little zippered pocket. But then to match, she does these little things. So you can, it's got poppers on, so you can either have it poppered together like that and then pop your threads inside it to hold your threads, or as I tend to use it, let me re-pop this back up, you can pop them together in the corners and have it as a little bowl. And that's how I tend to use it, and I have it sat on the chair arm or the settee arm at the side of me, and I pop my oats and things in there. So yeah, that was a beautiful little set that I got from Michelle. What else did I get from Michelle? I got a couple of snag grabs. Wanted some of these for a long time, but I've never been able to get any from anywhere. So I grabbed a couple from Michelle's stall while she had them. So if you've got little snags or ends or something that are poking through the wrong side, you can just pull them through using these. And then I got this lovely needle threader. It's got a needle threader on the top, but then it's got a lovely little jeweled dragonfly on the bottom. That was beautiful, and I've been putting them in my little bag for now. So that was what I got from Michelle at Stitch Mania Stash. Just let me check that's everything. Oh, no, it's not everything. I got a little freebie from Michelle as well. She was very lovely. I was actually showing someone else on my table the little oat pots because I had mine with me. This one wasn't the one I had with me. And I was showing them these. And as we were looking through them, Michelle realised that you can probably see it. It's really light up here and then pink down here, that the fabric had faded. So she very, very kindly gave me this. To say she didn't want to sell it with the fabric being a bit faded and stuff, so she gave it to me because, as in her words, I spend enough money at her shop as it is. So thank you for that, Michelle. It was very much appreciated. Right, so that's Stitch Mania Stash and little loop stitching done. Talking Dog Stitchery, Rachel was there as well. So what did I get from Rachel? Where's that gone? Ah, there it is. So I bought, just let me make sure I've got everything. Oh, I bought some classic colourworks as well, threads that I needed for the Cottage Garden Samplings, A Year in the Woods Part 2s, some of the latest ones, but I've not got them with me. They're just downstairs in my big, big shelf. So I bought some threads, and then I bought some colourworks as well. So in my DMC chest, but I did buy this hands-on design pattern. It's a block party, and this is Buzz. So it's a gorgeous little block with bees and beehives on it, and then this lovely honeycomb. And then you actually get this little piece of fabric for the top in it as well. So I got that pattern from Rachel at Talking Dog Stitcher. I also got Primrose Cottage Stitchers, Honeybee Quaker. That's just gorgeous. And I didn't get the bee pins that were needed for the block party pattern, but I did get some other little bee pins. So there are 3 bee pins in there to put in some of my little cushions and ornaments and bee themed things that I make. So I got them. And then Rachel was actually having a bit of a de-stash of some of her personal patterns and things on the de-stash table. So I got 3 of the Year in the Woods Part 1 Cottage Garden Samplings patterns as a de-stash from Rachel. So I got the Woodpecker. I got the Bald Eagle. And I got the Ferret. As I say, I get the Cottage Garden Samplings A Year in the Woods Part 2 patterns on auto ship from Rachel at Talking Dog Stitchery, but I do like the first series as well that I missed out on. So when I saw that Rachel was de-stashing them from her personal collection, I had them from Rachel as well. Right, let's have a look. Oh, where's that gone? I was lucky enough to have on my table and be sat next to the lovely Bethany from Blue Coppice. And her stand was very near us as well. And on the Sunday, Bethany was actually wearing this necklace, and it was stunning. So I bought the Spring Beehive pattern. So that is the same pattern in all 3 of those items. It's just stitched on different counts to size it up and size it down. I'm definitely thinking I might have to try and make a necklace of that. It's absolutely gorgeous. There were so many gorgeous bee themed designs and other designs as well on Bethany's stall. It was lovely to meet you, Bethany, and sit next to you, and all the chats that we had. Sorry, it was fantastic. So yeah, I bought that as well. And Stitchamajig was there. This looks really, really heavy because I've put all my bee themed cross stitch kits and patterns and stuff in it, so they're all kept together. I got this beautiful bag, which I was completely enabled to get from the other ladies that were sitting on my table. As soon as she put it out, they were all like, Becky, there's a bee bag, there's a bee bag. I wasn't supposed to be spending on the Sunday. I spent up on the Saturday. There's a lovely embroidered bee on there. And then we've got this lovely embroidery on the back. So it's a really, really big, chunky bag. A lovely zip on the top, and then I've got all my bee themed projects in there at the moment to keep them all together. So that was from Stitchamajig. Right, as I said, I took my Halfway Happy to Lisa from Atelier Framing to be framed, but I also, what Lisa does is she takes some pre-made frames and things for people to buy as well, and I saw this, and obviously I could not resist. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. So I bought this frame from Lisa. I've got I've got no idea what I'm going to put in it. I had no idea what I was going to put in it, but let me hold it back up. I think it's about 12 inches by about 12 inches from edge to edge, top to bottom and side to side. So I was thinking something nice and bee themed. What I am thinking of possibly doing is stitching, when I can stitch again, when my hand's better, oh gosh, I can't remember what it's called. I'm going to have to search for it. I believe it's called Miss Queen Bee by Mirabilia. I will try and pop a picture in here. It's got gorgeous colours in it and beads and all sorts. It's beautiful. But then I was thinking about doing it on a it's almost like a white, I think it is, fabric that's got sort of like a gold honeycomb pattern on it. I'll try and pop a picture of that in as well, from Lakeside Needlecrafts. So I was thinking about doing Miss Honeybee on that fabric for that frame. So watch this space. That might be more round about my birthday time that I kit that up in June, when I'm hopefully back to stitching by then. And I paid off a bit of my credit card as well. So a lot of this stuff went on my credit card last weekend. So, table gifts. It was lovely to meet everyone. I had Adele from Tailor Made Stitching on my table, Ruth, Linda, Sophie, who is, oh my gosh, Sophie, I can't remember what your Instagram handle is. It's a good job I've got my phone here next to me, isn't it? Oh, where are you, Sophie? It's something pink. No, not punk. It's something older pink or something like that. All the Pink Stitchers. I will link all these people down below their Instagram. So Sophie from All the Pink Stitchers and Catherine. Oh, Catherine, I've forgotten yours as well. I'm so sorry. Let me find it. It would help if I could actually type. Arabella Pumpkin Stitchers. Catherine, who is Arabella Pumpkin Stitchers. And then the last one on my table was Rachel, who is Stitchy_Sunnyside. So I had a fantastic weekend with all you ladies, so thank you so much. Table gifts. Sophie, I think it was her first retreat, she said she didn't realise that we were doing table gifts as some of the other new people on our table didn't. So she, on the second day, she bought us all a pack of mini eggs. They're gone, Sophie. I didn't save them to show in the video. Yeah, they're gone. I demolished them. But then I got this lovely little tin from Linda that has got lots and lots of, I'll try and hold it up without dropping everything everywhere. We've got buttons and rick-rack, and we've got floss drops and needles, and there's all sorts in there. So thank you, Linda. From Ruth, whoops, she was going with a bit of a theme because her new start on the Sunday was a Alice in Wonderland pattern. So she gave us all one of these gorgeous little domed Alice in Wonderland key rings, ring bling, bag, zipper pulls, whatever, and whatever you want to call them, and mine has got the white rabbit on it. And I did joke and say he's blowing his little his trumpet, and it's like me with my whistle on duty at playtime on the playground. And then from Adele at Tailor Made Stitching, she brought a selection of her scissor fobs. So I chose this one. It's got this lovely slice of chocolate cake on, and then little beads and strawberry beads and things on it. So they were my table gifts. Bear with 1 second, I'm just going to duck off camera. Oh, I apologise for that, I just need to give my nose a little wipe. And then, last things last, D-stash. I've already showed the 3 Year in the Woods Part 1 D-stash patterns that I got from Rachel at Talking Dog Stitchery. I haven't brought them up with me, but I also got some, you know, like the magnets and the round things that people use to hold their excess fabric and things. There was a bag of them on the table, so I got them. I also got this Buzzy Bee keyring kit, which I think it was Linda pointed that out to me, so thanks for pointing that out, Linda. And there's everything in the kit, it's still sealed, so I will be making that at some point. And then someone had put the April 2023 cotton and twine design on the D-stash table. Let me get the pattern out and then I can show you the full pattern. And obviously it's got some bees on it, so I had to get that one. And at first I thought it was just the pattern, but it's actually got the threads and some fabric and things in it as well. So thank you to whoever popped that on the D-stash table. That will be made at some point. So yeah, that was about it. That's a lot. But I had been saving up, and it is when I go to the Floss Friends retreats, it's my big splurge. So the last thing I've got down here in my notebook is plans, and that's empty, it's blank, because obviously I don't have any plans, because I'm probably not going to be able to stitch very much for at least the next 2, 3, 4 weeks. As I say, I might have a little go at doing something left-handed, but I'm not going to be able to use my right hand at all for at least a week. It's probably going to be weak and still numb and tingly until all the swelling goes down where they've operated inside around my nerves. For at least another couple of weeks after that, I have to wait to have my stitches out and then do exercises and massage the scar and also. So yeah, I think I'm probably going to be away from stitching and crafting for quite a while. It's going to drive me absolutely mad. I have ordered a jigsaw, which is coming today, which I will hopefully be able to do. I've got a big pile of books on my bedside cabinet here that are ready to read. My husband is off for the first week with me, and then the second week it's half term, so my daughter will be here to help me out and things. But yeah, for the first week while my husband's off, we're both quite big video gamers. And we've got PlayStation 5. Sorry, he's got a PlayStation 5. So he's put us a little folder together with lots of like puzzle games and things in that he can play and I can help with, rather than just watching him play a video game, which I will do as well. He's found us some games that we can sort of do together so I can help with solving the puzzles and things, even if I can't play. So yeah, other than that, I think that's about it from me for now. So please keep tagging me in all your February projects. If you are stitching anything bee themed throughout February, please keep tagging me, because Flosstube and Instagram are going to be my only sources of crafty income over the next few weeks. I will put some updates and things on Instagram as to how I'm doing with my hand and how I'm coping. But yeah, keep up with all the lovely Flosstubes while I'm away. I'm going to need something to watch as well to help keep me occupied. If you've just stumbled upon my channel today from another link or from someone sharing it, please consider liking my video and subscribing just to bump my subscriber count up a little bit. And I will be back, hopefully, with some stitchy progress in a month or two. I don't know. I might pop up before then. It depends if I can actually manage to do anything with my left hand or not. So you'll just have to wait and see. You might just be on YouTube one day and my ugly mug, my lovely face will pop up and I will be back. So until then, enjoy yourselves. Keep sharing all that stitching, keep tagging me and everything. As I say, I'm going to be looking out on Instagram for everything that I can watch and have a look at and being able to buy while I'm laid up. But yeah, enjoy yourselves, stay safe, and I will see you when I see you. Bye guys.